This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Don Brennan, along with Stephanie Roberts and John Scalzi on this Veterans Day. And John will be along in just a moment, but we are celebrating those who have served our country today.
Yes, we are, and with Veterans Day, we will continue to honor them, even though there's definitely things causing problems elsewhere in the country. Yes. Topping our news this morning, anger on the streets and also amidst the rest of the country due to the transition in Washington. Demonstrations are playing out across the nation, and they continue to run well into these early morning hours.
It comes as the transition from one administration to another gets underway in the White House and in Capitol Hill. Reed Binion reports.
Protests continuing for a second day Thursday. Demonstrators angry over Donald Trump's election victory hitting the streets on both coasts and in the country's midsection. From New York to Los Angeles and up the coast to Portland, where police declared that the unrest had become a riot.
You're all acting like Donald Trump.
Trump himself taking to Twitter, writing in part, quote, "Professional protesters incited by the media are protesting. Very unfair." That tweet coming just after Trump's rather pleasant message about his day in Washington. Trump meeting with President Obama at the White House.
Very good man. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
The president-elect also stopping at Capitol Hill, meeting with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and House Speaker Paul Ryan. Trump's day in Washington marked the start of the transition process as his team looks at filling top White House and cabinet positions. Some of the names being mentioned: Republican National Committee Chairman Reince Priebus for Chief of Staff, former House Speaker Newt Gingrich for Secretary of State, and former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani for Secretary of Homeland Security or Attorney General. Also, Trump's campaign manager Kellyanne Conway, tight-lipped when asked what position she might fill.
Can you say what White House job you have been offered?
No, I can't. That's between, there you go. That's between President-elect Trump and me at the moment.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
All right, and actually I heard on my way in that in Tampa there were two different protests in the Ybor City area, but they were peaceful overnight. Police were able to get involved before anything escalated. But
yeah, unfortunately, they all become peaceful. And then,
well, correct. Yeah. As we're hearing in Portland, they don't all stay that way. But hopefully the weather is a calming thing for people.
What could be wrong with the weather?
Well, you know someone's going to say it's cold this morning.
And
of course. And so, we already have had that, actually.
It won't be me, for the record.
And, you know, I get it. There are those people out there who love it warm and hot and humid, and that's why they come to Florida. And then there are those who are escaping the cold and the frigid temperatures, and they don't mind it a little cooler because that's what they're used to.
And those of us who just want a variation.
I think today everybody is happy.
Great.
I think so. The daytime high temperature will be mild in the upper 70s, low relative humidity. Yes, the nights might be a little cool and crisp, but that's great sleeping weather, right? Turn off those AC units and enjoy that cool, crisp air. We're looking at daytime highs today, probably around 78 degrees or so, full sunshine, low relative humidity, not a drop of rain to mar any of the celebrations for our veterans today. We'll have the complete forecast for the weekend coming up in a few.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at the roadways on this Veterans Day. The first accident in Manatee County to speak of this morning, right there at the elbow of Cortez Road. It's actually 301 Boulevard West. Accident at 41, which is First Street, so it's just east of the actual 41 on that elbow of Cortez Road, as I said. And everything else, though, in Manatee County is looking good. It's not really causing a backup, that accident, but be aware of it because it may as traffic picks up. Sarasota County is looking good. For the most part, there is an accident at mile marker 180, which is just north of Toledo Blade Boulevard on I-75 northbound. That is not causing any delays right now either because not a lot of people on the road, but it may as traffic picks up.
Yes, and probably a little less traffic today, I think, with the Veterans Day holiday.
Yeah.
Kids off of school, right. Some adults staying home to take care of kids. It is 6:04, and we are learning more now about the shooting death of an 18-year-old girl that occurred earlier this week.
Dozens of people gathering at Bradenton's Riverwalk last night to honor the life of Mariah Good. She died Sunday after being allegedly shot by 21-year-old Devin Freeman. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says she was a passenger in a car when gunfire erupted from another vehicle outside of an apartment building in 4th Street East. Now, one of the bullets struck Good in the chest. The Sheriff's Office tells us that it was her friend, the driver of the car, who was the intended target of Devon. Now, friends and family describe Good as outgoing, giggly, and full of sunshine.
She was outstanding. She was a very great person to talk to. She was there for me when I needed.
I'm shocked. I'm sad.
Freeman is being held at the Sarasota County Jail, waiting to be brought to Manatee County, where he's facing charges for second-degree murder. He is in a wheelchair from a previous motorcycle accident.
New this morning, an update on the challenge filed against voters in Anna Maria Island during the election. According to the Bradenton Herald, the Manatee County Canvassing Board will accept all but 2 of the registrations that were challenged by City Commission Charles Webb. Webb filed 100 complaints Monday, claiming 100 voters in Anna Maria were not legally registered in Florida. The board read the explanations of those who were given provisional ballots describing how they are legally registered. 2 ballots were rejected due to a couple who had moved and did not realize their polling place changed. The decision will not alter the outcome of the election for the Anna Maria City Commission.
Also new this morning, the Salvation Army Sarasota now has more funding help to provide support to the homeless. A Longboat Key resident has gifted $2.5 million to the organization for the Quality of Life by Choice program. The program aims at helping the homeless find permanent housing by providing a caseworker and connecting the homeless with outside agencies. The program's current goal is to help find housing for 365 homeless people. Also, the Florida Highway Patrol and Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles looking to help those in need this holiday season. The annual Stuff the Charger Thanksgiving food drive is now underway. FHP is collecting non-perishable food items at stations across the state to give to food banks. You can help by bringing contributions to any local Highway Patrol station and barracks. There is also one on 53rd Avenue East in Bradenton. The food drive will wrap up on Wednesday, and you see that's a Charger, the state troopers Charger, and they hope to fill that up and deliver food to the needy.
Construction crews are getting closer to finishing the long-awaited diverging diamond project off University Parkway and I-75. According to the Sarasota Herald Tribune, the project is slightly ahead of schedule. The new diverging diamond interchange will be open to drivers in the spring. Crews will add the final touches then into the upcoming summer. The project will be completely finished before the 2017 World Rowing Championships take place. And those overnight lane closures helping get the things done. University was closed again tonight, I noticed.
And it's so, not funny, but weird. You think back when they first announced that it was going to be done, it was going to take a certain amount of time. You're like, oh my,
Seemed
3
like forever.
years. Yeah. And now it's almost over. And you're like, where'd that time go? All month long, we're taking a look at the Suncoast and what it'll be like in 20 years as part of our Suncoast 2037 segment.
Today we are looking at Mayaca City. The small rural city is known for its farming and wooded landscapes. Its state park and the historic schoolhouse are some of its best known landmarks. Manatee County Commissioner Vanessa Boss says the goal is to allow for change, but to hold on to the history and let it maintain its small town feel.
I'm hoping that in years to come, and I'm working on it now, to get them to do an overlay so that maybe around where the historic schoolhouse is and the community center, maybe there can be an overlay there, kind of like what we have in Mount Dora. Have some antique shops, a couple of tea rooms, restaurants, et cetera, right in there that will keep the charm of Mayaca that we know today.
Sounds like a great goal. Boss says the other things that potentially will change for the city would be more traffic. Don't we know that story?
Yes, and being Veterans Day, there's really no words to express how grateful we are to those who have given their lives and limbs for our freedom. And freedom doesn't come free, obviously, but we're going to try to honor them best we can with events around the Suncoast for the local military and women in service and who have given their service.
And the weather looks picture perfect for all these events. In Sarasota, the annual Veterans Day Parade and Ceremony will be held this morning. It begins at 10 o'clock. Starts at the intersection of Main and Osprey, and that parade will last for about an hour. After the parade, a ceremony will be held at Selby Five Points Park at around 11. This year's theme is We Thank You for Your Service. The keynote speaker will be retired Lieutenant Ryan Simonson. He served in the area for 13 years in the Army and now teaches at Sarasota Military Academy. And due to the parade, there will be road closures in Sarasota you need to know about this morning. These begin at 8 a.m. Main Street closed from 301 to Miramar Court, and Lynx Avenue and Osprey Avenue will close from Fruitville to Ringling. Everything will reopen at 12:30. Central Avenue will close from Main Street to First Street, and First Street will close from Pineapple to Central. Pineapple will close from State to First Street, and those roads will reopen at 1 o'clock. Any cars parked on those roads during the closures will be towed. So if you're not going to the parade, avoid downtown this morning.
Yes, also in Venice, a longtime Air Force veteran leading the community in a ceremony honoring both American and Canadian veterans at Bay Indies Veterans Park. All branches of the military will be recognized with a presentation of each flag and the playing of each branch's hymn. Some will also read poems and share personal stories. That will begin at 10 this morning. And as part of a national recognition of wounded war veterans, Rain Papika of Sarasota walked a mile on the Ringling Bridge. The walk was called the Final Mile and was in California, but because Papika had been in very bad health, he was unable to make it, but they allowed him to do his part here. He was a U.S. Army Special Forces who had his left leg amputated and severe internal injuries, and he was bringing awareness to wounded veterans and amputees around the world. He was a triathlete and a kite surfer before his service injuries, and he was actually declared dead from heart damage and organ hemorrhage before being revived and brought back to life, and he was able to walk yesterday with many people in attendance to see it, and so congratulations to him. And yesterday was the 241st birthday of the Marines, which the Marines, the Army, and the Navy all started in 1775 before we actually became an official nation.
And a good birthday to celebrate, that is for sure. We have some great looking weather on the way. John will be back in just a few minutes to talk about that and how it's going to make for some very nice veteran ceremonies. And if you still have empty spots on your calendar this weekend, there are so many things going on. We're going to take a look at Suncoast scene coming up.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Christmas Traditions by LuxArt Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by LuxArt Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called 3-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Dottoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Currently, we're looking at air conditioning. Actually, we're looking at the condition of the air. It's 60 degrees out there. Says 55-degree dew point value, east wind coming in at about 5. It's going to be a nice gentle wind out of the east or northeast today. We have a dew point value that's very comfortable at 55, but it's going to get, I think, even a little bit lower before it starts to rise up a little bit as we head into the weekend. We have some places that are actually in the 40s. Becky in Old Mayaca phoned in and said that her air temperature is 47 degrees. That's pretty amazing. They're generally a little bit cooler in Old Mayaca because of drainage and soil types and all that kind of thing. But generally speaking, we're looking at temperatures that are a lot cooler this morning than they were 24 hours ago, with 50s very popular on the boards. 57 degrees in Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca, 56 degrees in Parrish, 57 Bradenton, 58 Lakewood Ranch and Northport, and 55 degrees in Punta Gorda. Closer to the coastline, you got temperatures that are closer to the 60-degree mark. So the drier air filtered in on the backside of a cold front that moved through. That drier air kind of moving a little bit further to the east today as we see a little bit higher moisture content air indicated here by the turquoise colors advancing in this direction. That'll bring us a little bit more high cloudiness as we head into the weekend. It's also associated with a frontal boundary located to the north sinking south and an old kind of trough of low pressure located back to the west of us. Combination of those factors, I think, will bring us that slight increase in cloud cover over the weekend. Clouds kind of coming in two different directions. The front itself is going to stall out over North Florida. And because the air is moisture devoid, it's not going to produce any rain showers over land. You know, we'll get a few scattered showers out in the Atlantic, and maybe Jacksonville might pick up a drop or two of rainfall. But we're going to stay high and dry around here. Now, maybe as we head into next work week, we might see a little extra bit of energy start to force this stalled frontal boundary back into motion, push it through our area, and bring us a little bit more rain, possibly. But that won't occur until next work week. The weekend looks great with dry, sunny skies today, low relative humidity and mild afternoons, and cool, crisp nights perfect for sleeping. It doesn't get any better. This is going to be one of the best days that we've had all year long. Really will. Tide and radar not showing a drop of rain around anywhere across the state of Florida. Locally, the roads are dry and will be throughout the morning commute. Nice winds coming in out of the north today. Not all that gusty, really. Good day for boating. I know you've had some very gusty winds over the last 3 or 4 days, so it'll be nice to get a little break from that. Rainfall FUTURECAST showing things stay dry, but we pick up that little bit of extra cloud cover as we head into Saturday and Sunday. And a few rain showers try to work their way into North Florida, but we stay dry on Sunday as well. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know, maybe we pick up a little bit of moisture then. As far as our rain shower chances go for today, they're non-existent, so a great day for boating. East-northeast wind at about 10 knots will bring you 2-foot seas and a light chop. And the official Suncoast forecast has some pretty nice conditions. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we start to cloud up a little bit more. Monday, Supermoon Monday. You know, the moon will be about 30% brighter in the sky, and you won't see another supermoon for quite some time that'll be as bright as this one. It'll rise in the east, it'll set in the west, and it'll be high in the sky, so you can't miss it. And I think the cloud cover will cooperate on Monday. Tuesday, the cloud cover might be a little bit thicker, though. We'll have the complete details on that coming up later in the broadcast. Back to you.
All right, what an amazing looking weekend. Thank you, John. Out on the roadways this morning, we have a couple of problem spots to tell you about. One of them in a busy intersection there at the bend at 41. It's at 301 and 41 at 1st Street. That's a typical slowdown spot. So as we get closer to 7, if that accident doesn't clear, you may want to avoid the area. Other than that, Bradenton looks pretty good. I-75 looking good. They're picking up the overnight road work there at the University Parkway exit, so that you shouldn't have problems there throughout the morning. Bee Ridge already picking up in volume westbound. Things moving well. Fruitville and Clark roads, and I-75 southbound going well, except we do have one accident to report. It is at 191, which is River Road there in South County, but as of now, it is not having any backups. Well, of course, we are right heading into the weekend, and there are some amazing events going on this weekend. A lot of big ones.
I know. It's a nice long weekend, too, so people get a little restful. We honor our veterans, and also Linda Carson has the Suncoast scene and, well, the Sand Festival and the Sand Sculpting, and also the Chalk Festival starts. So those are two of my favorites. They're amazing.
The Sarasota Chalk Festival is bigger and better than ever this year. Many of the best chalk artists in the world are here.
We have more artists coming from over 40 countries from around the world. We have a larger group of local artists that are going to be mixed in with them. And we're going to be displaying by about 3 times the largest installation of 3D pavement art in the history of the art form.
The entire festival is at the Venice Airport this year, November 11th through the 14th. And the Philadelphia State Park celebrates its 100th anniversary this weekend. Elizabeth Ziegfeld will display photographs made from the old film she found hidden away in her grandmother's house.
You will see about 47 images taken in the 20s, 30s, and 40s of the Ringling Circus, but primarily in the back lot.
And there's more. So join the 100th anniversary celebration at Philadelphia State Park. It is Saturday morning starting at 10 a.m.
We'll be having a dedication of some archaeology panels on the Indian Midden out west of the mansion. We'll then go into the Sailor Circus. We'll be performing east of the Rose Garden at 12:30 and 1:15, and then at 2 o'clock we have a free concert for everyone.
And the festivities continue Sunday, noon to 4. Saturday, the Rotary Club of Lakewood Ranch presents the 15th annual Food and Wine Fest at the Lakewood Ranch Polo Club.
You'll see 40 restaurants serving hors d'oeuvres. You'll see wine distributors serving over 180 different wines. You'll hear the Kettle of Fish Band, silent auction, cooking demonstrations with Aprons Cooking School.
And the Crystal Sands Siesta Key International Sand Sculpting Festival starts Friday.
The Siesta Key Crystal Classic is a masterclass sand sculpting competition. It's an international sand festival. We bring the best sculptors from all over the world to come here and sculpt for 4 days, creating sculptures 8 to 10 feet high.
Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Should be a great weekend. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
If you plan on doing your holiday shopping through mobile apps this year, buyer beware. We'll show you you want to think twice about making some of the purchases coming up.
It's the Crystal Classic International Sand Sculpting Festival on Siesta Beach, November 11th through 15th, with 24 of the world's best sand sculptors. Bring the family for new hands-on kids activities, live music, food, sand sculpting lessons, and more. See SiestaKeyCrystalClassic.com for details.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPV.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Come see the Crystal Classic International Sand Sculpting Festival November 11th through 15th on Siesta Beach. Check out the Crystal Classic Party Tent, produced by Siesta Key Chamber of Commerce and Moat Marine. Details including remote parking via SCAD. Visit siestakeycrystalclassic.com.
It's 6:25, and I'm not ready to think about it. But as the holidays approach, many shoppers are going to hit the mobile devices instead of the malls to do the shopping, and I will be one of them.
Yes, ABC now has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, buyer beware. Retailers are rolling out their own apps to make mobile shopping easier, like this one for buying UGG boots.
But here's the problem. UGGs doesn't have an app. This is a fake.
Researchers found apps pretending to be from Dillard's, Dollar Tree, Zappos, and New Balance, all fakes.
We discovered over a few hundred apps that were counterfeit.
Some were for Android, others for the iPhone. Apple tells ABC News we've set up ways for customers and developers to flag fraudulent or suspicious apps, which we promptly investigate to ensure the App Store is safe and secure. Google says we take security seriously, and Google Play automatically scans for potentially malicious apps as well as spammy accounts before they're published on the Google Play Store. We'll give you tips to protect yourself coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Becky Worley, ABC News, Oakland, California.
It's never a good feeling when you run out of something you need. So imagine if you ran out of retirement money. That's why you should go to personalcapital.com now for a retirement planner that takes the guesswork out of retirement, plus a dashboard that shows you all your accounts in one place, even your net worth, all in real time. You'll get all these free tools to help you grow your money faster. Join for free at personalcapital.com. Find out how much you need to retire, and let us help you get there.
Feel a cold sore coming on? Only Abreva can heal it in as few as 2.5 days when used at the first sign. It penetrates deep and starts to work immediately to block the virus and protect healthy cells.
Don't tough it out. Knock it out fast.
Abreva.
These are our heroes. They have sacrificed so much to serve our country. And now Granny Nannies is truly honored to serve them. We're here and we're ready to help. Call us today.
I'm Alan Cohn. Honoring our veterans, it's not just a day for parades, but a chance to address the problems in the VA and ask, how can we do better?
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Why wait until the turkey has left you feeling tired? The Black Friday sales event has already started at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Ram trucks are built tough enough to help you conquer whatever the day may throw your way with all the technology and comfort you'd find in a luxury vehicle. Right now, get over 20% off. That's up to $15,000 off a new Ram 1500. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
At Granny Nannies, we provide your loved ones with the care they deserve, compassionate and experienced help right where you need it most, at home. Visit us at GrannyNannies.com.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, a state of emergency in North Carolina as several fires spread across the state. We'll tell you what the governor is most concerned about.
Plus, why Amazon may be paying you if your kids made some purchases without your approval.
What subway riders in New York are now doing to vent their frustrations, creating art in the process.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back at 6:31. I'm Stephanie Roberts.
And along with John Scalzi, I'm Don Brennan. And thank you for joining us on this Veterans Day, and thank you to all those who have served us so steadfastly.
Absolutely.
Kept us free.
Nice to have a day of remembrance for them, and nice to have good weather for the festivities, the parades, and the ceremonies.
You always worry, you know, because the parades and everything. We've had some days where there's been threatening with rains or threatening with high humidity. Not so today. It's going to be gorgeous out there to get out there and show our respects. We're looking at daytime high temperatures that'll top out comfortably in the upper 70s. Not a drop of rain anywhere across the state of Florida. In fact, you're hard-pressed to find anywhere across the country today. We'll look for a daytime high topping out, as I mentioned, around 78 degrees, full sunshine, and low relative humidity in the afternoon. Great day. Enjoy it.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look at traffic. Roadways are clear. The ones that are open today, remember there will be road closures, so check our website at mysuncoast.com for the parade road closures. But right now, in Manatee County at 301 Boulevard, there is an accident at 41, 301 Boulevard, accident at 41. That's the elbow of Cortez Road there. It's just east of 41, so be aware of that. And then as you move down into Sarasota County, everything is moving along for normal at this time of the morning, except for 75, where there are two accidents, one at Toledo Blade Boulevard, and that's I-75 northbound, and then I-75 southbound just a bit north of that at River Road. So there are a couple accidents, but they are not causing delays at this point.
It is 6:32, and topping our news this half hour, we're still following the protests causing chaos on city streets throughout the country.
Protesters smashing windows, slashing tires in Portland, Oregon overnight, while crowds continued to gather in the streets for a second night in Oakland, California. Marches were held in Philly, New York. Reactions to the protests are mixed.
You're sitting there breaking fuse boxes, lighting trash cans on fire, just vandalizing everything you can because you're pissed off because your candidate didn't win. It's just stupid. It needs to end.
I love my fellow human beings, and I want a better world. I never thought this would happen at my age. I thought we would have a better world, and I'm terrified.
President-elect Donald Trump took to Twitter to respond to the protests, and he says he just had a very open and successful presidential election. Now professional protesters incited by the media are protesting. It's very unfair.
A state of emergency is being declared in North Carolina as crews battle more than 20 wildfires throughout that state. People in 5 counties are being asked to evacuate their homes. With the lack of rain over the last month, dry grass and trees has caused more than 17,000 acres to burn. The state's Forest Service is banning all open burning and canceling burning permits in 25 counties. The governor says his priority right now is the firefighters.
The biggest concern is ensuring that they have the support necessary, because the more fatigue they go through, the more dangerous it's going to be for them also. And of course, the second biggest concern is potential loss of life of any of our citizens and then the structures.
Fortunately, so far, no one has been injured in the fires.
Now, noted vigilante George Zimmerman was kicked out of a bar recently in Orlando for using racial slurs. Zimmerman reportedly became belligerent when the owners wanted the police to remove one of the persons in his group. He was using racially offensive language, so manager of Corona Cigar Company asked police to remove him and his group. Then Zimmerman grabbed a credit card from a waitress, also while using slurs at her. He became more aggressive. And he claimed it all stemmed from a black man assaulting him inside the bar. People taking the subway in New York are finding an interesting way to vent their frustration and share their emotions with other riders. One artist has come up with the idea to start a wall of Post-it notes. He calls it subway therapy. He wants people to use it as a way to get things off their chest, and the idea is spreading like wildfire as more and more posts are being placed on the wall. Messages range from anger to support for Donald Trump and hope for the future and love. One 8-year-old girl even posted that she would become the future president someday. The artist is urging those who participate to look towards moving forward.
In consumer news, those who use Medicare will see an increase in their premiums next year. The Part B premium for 2017 is going up $109 a month. That's a $5 increase compared to current prices, making that deductible $183. Medicare Part B covers outpatient services such as office visits. For other beneficiaries, the premium will be $134 a month. If you're a parent, you might have a kid who spends your money, don't we all? But Amazon could pay you back if your child made in-app purchases without your permission. A federal judge is ordering the online retailer to reimburse customers for those unauthorized purchases. The Federal Trade Commission sued the website, saying it was too easy for kids to spend their parents' money while playing games on the devices. The judge ruled that Amazon must notify affected customers and allow them to make claims. The company cannot reimburse customers either with just Amazon gift cards. Interesting problem there. Your child do that?
Problem?
Not with Amazon, but with others.
Similar, iTunes, I think
iTunes,
because of the games, my kids
Would
had
you
no
like
idea,
to? The
right?
kid said, sure.
They
There
don't
goes
know.
the money. Yeah.
It's very abstract when you're just pushing a button, right?
The 2016 NBA champions got a presidential welcome in Washington, D.C. yesterday.
The president invited the Cleveland Cavaliers to the White House to celebrate their win, but he did have a joke about Cleveland's losing streak in the process.
Welcome to the White House, and give it up for the world champion Cleveland Cavaliers. That's right, I said world champion and Cleveland in the same sentence.
Ouch.
Wow, yeah.
Oh,
But
hit
he
at
did
the
have some
Indians
fun
there.
with them. The Cavs got the invitation after beating the Golden State Warriors for the NBA championship. And the Cavs met with Obama after his meeting with President-elect Donald Trump. You go from Trump to the Cavs. It's quite a transition. And, well, he's a big sports fan, and he had a basketball court put in the White House when he became president, so I wonder what Donald Trump will remake that into. And tonight is the last night to catch ABC 7's Adam Cellini and Dwayne Lindo on Football Friday night. It is the beginning of the playoffs, and several Suncoast teams are in the playoffs, home and away. Venice, Riverview, Charlotte, Outdoor Academy are home, and they'll be home. Cardinal Mooney, Manatee, Braden River, all on the road tonight. But it is the playoffs. It's the regional quarterfinals, and it's the march to the state championship. There are several more teams, and we're showing on your screen in action, so we'll have scores and highlights tonight for you at 11:15 during our evening newscast. So
Exciting time of year.
it is. That's what you play for, obviously, but just as somebody who covered high school sports for so long, it's really the grassroots of sports. You know, it's not about the money.
Right.
It is about the winning and the playoffs, the electricity and the cool air
The
that's coming in.
passion and the
It's
fans,
perfect.
and it's finally football
Yes.
weather. We used to joke that by the time we get to the end of the season here, it feels like football weather.
Yeah, and I think tonight, especially as the sun sets, you're going to find the temperatures drop off a little quicker than you might expect. So some of you may want to take a little light sweater along with you tonight. That might be a possibility. We'll talk about that forecast for you just after this break.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, you'll always get the most for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Hello, I'm Jamie DiDomenico with Cool Today, Plumbing Today, and Energy Today. Here on the Suncoast, taking care of people is more than a slogan, it's a way of life. On Tuesday, November 15th, do your part and show that the Suncoast cares. Come by the Suncoast Blood Bank from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and donate one or more of these important items needed by local organizations, including a life-saving blood donation. For more details, visit suncoastcares.org. That's Tuesday, November 15th from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Suncoast Blood Bank. See you there.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Currently, we're at a very cool and crisp dew point value of 55 with an air temperature of 60. Some places are even seeing some temperatures that are in the low 50s. One report of upper 40s in interior sections. So clearly a cooler start to the day. East wind comes in lightly at about 5. That east wind shifts a little bit more northerly this afternoon, but still a rather light wind. 56 degrees Wauchula, Arcadia, 57 Mayaca, Parrish, and Bradenton both come in at 56. Closer to the coastline, we've got 60s, 63 degrees Longboat Key, Sarasota, Braden, Venice, both coming in at 60, 61 in Inglewood. 55 degrees in Punta Gorda and 58 degrees in Northport. The dry air that moved in behind the cold front really did clear out the skies yesterday and overnight tonight, giving us some cool, crisp temperatures this morning because of a fairly light wind, very dry air in place, and a clear sky. All of those things adding up together to bring us our nice start to the morning. Now, that dry air is going to slide off the Atlantic coast. This is a loft, not at the surface. A loft that drier air is going to slide off, and a little bit of moisture is going to return over the weekend. That will bring us, what you see there is kind of significant of some upper-level clouds that will be coming across the Gulf waters and into our region Saturday and Sunday. Monday, I think we'll probably add to that with the possibility of a frontal boundary starting to sink southward across the region. This front, which is going to produce a scattered shower or two in the northeast and maybe a few scattered showers in Texas, is going to sink south, put on the brakes, and not bother us this weekend. It's sticking there. Now, eventually, it'll get a little more energy, and it will be pushed a little bit further to the south, again returning as a cold front to our area, probably Monday into Tuesday. That's when we're going to start thinking about maybe returning rain chances to the forecast. Slight rain chances. This, again, is not going to be a significant rain event. It's going to be light rain. And, you know, we'll take whatever we can get. It's been very dry for the last 30 days or so. So we can use a little bit of rainfall. Hopefully we'll get some. But until then, northeasterly wind flow, light, not too terribly gusty, make for good boating weather. And the dry air continues to drain down the spine of the state, bringing us dry, sunny skies today, low humidity in the afternoon, making it feel very nice, and giving us cool, crisp overnight temperatures as well. Titan radar not showing a drop of rain around. Hopefully that'll be the case on Sunday as well with our beginning of our supermoon viewing. The supermoon itself kind of maxes out on the 14th. It'll be about 14% bigger, and it'll be about 30% brighter than a normal full moon. So it'll be nice. It'll rise out of the east. It'll set in the west, and it will be very high in the sky. So it should be excellent viewing if cloud cover cooperates. Certainly would have been nice if it were this morning, because boy, there's not much in the way of cloud cover across the region. Certainly no rainfall. Big ridge of high pressure again in the future. Rainfall forecast keeps us dry today, keeps us dry tomorrow, keeps us dry on Sunday, but maybe a few scattered showers start to work their way in as we head into Monday night into Tuesday. Not a drop of rain across most of the country today. That's our thunderstorm forecast, and you can see it's just not a lot around. Just down in Texas, that's about it. Northeast wind at about 10 knots, switches to due north overnight tonight at about 10 knots, light chop anticipated. And it should be a beautiful weekend with daytime highs a little lower than average, actually, something I'm not used to saying. Back to you.
All right, looks good. We will enjoy that weekend forecast. Morning commute may not be as enjoyable, though. Some problem spots popping up. We've been watching this accident at the bend there at 301 and 41. It is now causing a backup on 301 southbound. So cutting through town on 41 in Bradenton looks to be a little bit of a better choice right now. Another accident east of I-75. It's out on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard at 64. So a busy exit to the Lakewood Ranch neighborhood there. You may want to go out the southbound side on State Road 70. Moving farther south, 301's building volume in both directions into Sarasota. Things look good across Sarasota, though. Fruitville, Bee Ridge, and Clark Roads moving fine. I-75 looks good in Sarasota, but in South County, 2 different southbound accidents right now. The good news is that's away from the main flow of traffic. Southbound at 191 in River Road, and also southbound, oops, sorry, that one's northbound now at exit 179 at Toledo Blade Boulevard. So near the construction zone there, a couple of slowdowns possible. Manatee County is preparing for a second remote area medical clinic, and that would be for anyone who needs medical help but can't afford it.
Known internationally as RAM, the event includes 3 days for people to get free medical help. This year's Human Services lineup for dental, vision, and medical care runs from 6 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon, Friday and Saturday, 6 in the morning till noon on Sunday at Manatee Technical College on State Road 70. Clients are not asked for insurance, medical records, or proof of citizenship to get seen at the event. Also, the family pet won't be left out of this mix when offering the free services. Wrigley could get some services if need be, Steph. Remote Area Medical will offer a free pet clinic for dogs and cats today as well. The event will take place from 11 this morning till 3 in the afternoon at Braden River High School on State Road 70. Volunteer veterinarians will be on scene to provide vaccinations, flea treatment, microchipping, and spay and neutering.
Something for our veterans on this Veterans Day. Free flu vaccines are being offered to servicemen and women as a way to thank our vets. American Family Care, a provider of urgent care, will offer the shots to any veteran with ID. This clinic is located on US 41 in South Sarasota. In entertainment news, a sad day for the music world.
Canadian singer-songwriter Leonard Cohen has died at the age of 82. Cohen wrote a number of popular songs, including the often-covered Hallelujah. His 14th studio album, You Want It Darker, was just released last month. Besides songs, Cohen also has written novels and poetry. The cause of his death is still unknown.
A museum dedicated to the artist Prince is planning to offer themed fan packages and have tour dates through March. The museum is located in suburban Minneapolis. The VIP tour ticket holders can record vocals over a short segment of a Prince song in a Studio B control room. Then you can take the live mix home. Also starting in December, guests can attend a Friday evening Paisley Park After Dark dance party. Prince's studio complex and home opened as a museum last month.
Snapchat looking way beyond filters now. The social media company is selling smart sunglasses. You can buy a pair from this funky smiling yellow vending machine. The first one has been installed in Venice Beach, California, near Snapchat headquarters. The glasses run about $130, feature built-in wireless video cameras.
Yikes.
Oh, yeah, that's a little too pervasive for Mylan. It's company's first big move into hardware, and Snapchat, they didn't say how many vending machines they plan to install, though.
Paul McCartney is the latest superstar to get in on the mannequin challenge craze, and he aced it. In his entry, McCartney is frozen at the piano, looking to the sky, and of course, playing is the background is the rap song Black Beatles, which is what that mannequin challenge is all about. McCartney's caption read, "Those who love Black Beatles." Appropriate. The mannequin challenge is the latest viral sensation, you know, like the Ice Bucket Challenge and the Harlem Shake, except here's my thing about the mannequin challenge. Talent required, 0. All you have to do is freeze.
So you're saying Sir Paul McCartney has no talent?
Well, I'm saying he didn't have to have any to do that, but he had talent in other ways.
He used to be somebody, that guy, right?
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
All right, let freedom ring. We'll show you how an eagle ended up stuck in a storm drain and the unique rescue mission to get him out so he could celebrate Veterans Day with all those who have served our country.
Hurricane season is here. We'll make sure you're prepared. Watch our hurricane special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
Enjoy fine wine, craft beer, and delicious foods, all while supporting a great cause at the 15th Annual Suncoast Food and Wine Festival, Saturday, November 12th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. Taste hundreds of wines from around the world and sample cuisine from the area's finest restaurants. Watch live cooking demonstrations from local chefs and take part in a silent auction to bid on creative prize packages that will delight any foodie or wine connoisseur. The event will feature live music by Kettle of Fish. There's free parking, and all proceeds benefit a variety of local charities and Rotary Club projects. Don't miss this year's Suncoast Food and Wine Festival, Saturday, November 12th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. For tickets and information, visit suncoastfoodandwinefest.com.
Rich finishes, beautiful colors, and over 1,000 different fabrics and leathers to choose from. With Bassett Custom Furniture at Bacon's Furniture and Design, you can design every room to match your own unique style. And every piece is quality handcrafted right here in America. Come in today and we'll guarantee your Bassett Custom Furniture will be shipped before the holidays. With our complimentary design service, start designing, start loving. Only at Bacon's Furniture and Design in Sarasota. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Alex Karras Lincoln's holiday sales event is here. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $269 per month, or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
It's 6:54. Here's what you need to know before you go. Today is Veterans Day, and across the country and here on the Suncoast, we honor the men and women who have served our country. Motorists heading to downtown Sarasota may want to find a different place to go. At least this morning, the city will be holding the annual Veterans Day Parade on Main Street. Road closures begin around 8 o'clock and will be in place till 1. And free medical, dental, and vision screening offered today for those in need. It's called RAM, Remote Area Medical, and it will offer the services through this weekend at Manatee Technical College. Out on the roads this morning, a couple of problem spots, one of them in Bradenton at the bend there where 301 and 41 come together. That's been backing things up on 301. Also an accident exiting Lakewood Ranch at State Road 64, so both of those expect some slowdowns. Things moving well across Sarasota, but we do have 2 accidents in South County on I-75, one of them southbound at 191 at River Road, and you're looking at the northbound accident there at 179 Toledo Blade Boulevard, neither causing any problems.
Nice day to be a meteorologist, looking at some very pleasant conditions across the area right straight through the weekend, I think. Daytime highs top out in the upper 70s. Low relative humidity making it feel very comfortable. But that low relative humidity also has the ability to cool things off pretty quickly after sunset. So if you're going to be out and about and enjoying some of the sports events this evening, or maybe dining al fresco, you might want to take a light sweater.
Al fresco. All right, a heartwarming save here on the just as Veterans Day comes about. It's the symbol of Americans' freedom. A bald eagle, and it was rescued in Orange County after it was injured in a fight with another eagle. And they got in a fight and causing both of them to fall. One fell into the storm drain, injuring its leg and wing and its beak as well. Drew a crowd of nearly 50 people as wildlife rescuers managed to save her. Officials had to reach into the drain, pull out the bird, and once it was free, wrapped in a blanket and put it in a box to be given further attention. Applause was given. And yes, people understand what that symbol means for our freedom, and thank you to all those who have served, and we honor them today, and honoring with a parade is never enough for everything they have given us.
No, a very special Veterans Day. Nice that the weather is going to cooperate for everybody's celebrations and salutes, and nice to see that people care so much to save an eagle, too, as an important symbol of our country. Have a wonderful Veterans Day and a great weekend. Good Morning America is coming up next. We'll see you Monday morning.